It all began with the single grainy photo that brought the world of K-entertainment to its knees. On an unusually humid Tuesday morning in Seoul, an anonymous paparazzi uploaded a series of images to a gossip blog. Moon Ga-young stepping out of a private ob-gyn clinic in Gangnam, wearing oversized sunglasses, her hand protectively resting on her stomach. Behind her trailed her longtime manager, looking flustered, shoving cameras away. By the time the clock struck noon, hashtags like #Moon Ga-young pregnancy and #Eun-Woo wedding were trending not only in Korea but in Japan, China, and even Western Twitter feeds. Fans, haters, industry insiders, and even other celebrities sat stunned as the pictures went viral. No one could have predicted this twist. Moon Ga-young, beloved actress of countless rom-coms and the face of several luxury brands, was pregnant, and the father was none other than Eun-Woo, her on-screen partner in a wildly popular drama 2 years prior, and one of the most sought-after idols and actors in Asia. That morning, a so-called insider source spoke to Dispatch, the notorious tabloid, confirming what everyone was already speculating: yes, she is pregnant, and the father is Eun-Woo. The families are already preparing a wedding for August. It's happening. The reactions online were immediate and vicious. On this fan cafe dedicated to Eun-Woo, a post read, "How could he let this happen? His career is over." Another screamed, "Let them be happy. Why are you all so cruel?" Meanwhile, Ga-young's fan forums became a war zone between those defending her choice and those accusing her of trapping him. The news-dominated television talk shows, radio stations, YouTube live streams dissecting every move, every outfit, every expression captured in those pictures. Reporters quickly began piecing together a timeline of their relationship. Sources claimed it all began during the filming of their drama, where their undeniable chemistry left fans shipping them hard. But while most assumed it was just good acting, apparently something real had blossomed off camera. In fact, leaked photos from Paris just 6 months ago now took on new meaning. The two strolling along the Seine, wearing matching scarves, heads bent toward each other in quiet conversation. At the time, their agencies had denied any romantic involvement, claiming it was merely a business trip and that stylists had chosen the coincidental scarves. Now, it seemed those denials were hollow. The insider painted a romantic yet complicated picture. They had been secretly dating for over a year, with rendezvous at private villas and discreet weekend getaways. The pregnancy was reportedly a surprise to both of them. It wasn't planned, the source explained. But when she found out, she decided she wanted to keep the baby. Eun-Woo was shocked at first, but he promised her he would take responsibility. Still, it's been hard for him to process everything with his packed schedule and the immense pressure he's under. And what pressure it was. Eun-Woo, who just months before was voted one of Korea's most desirable bachelors and signed on for a lead role in a blockbuster drama slated for next year, now faced a career-altering decision. Would sponsors pull out? Would he be blacklisted for moral failure, as some netizens harshly put it? One of his major sponsors, a luxury skincare brand, was already rumored to be re-evaluating his contract. Meanwhile, his agency Fantagio released a cautious statement: "At this time, we ask for your understanding as the artists navigate this personal matter. We will share official information when appropriate." On her side, Moon Ga-young remained notably silent. Close friends reportedly admired her courage to go through with the pregnancy despite knowing how brutal the public reaction would be. "She's always been strong," one unnamed colleague told the journalist. "She loves him, but she also knows this won't be easy. Risking everything, her career, her reputation, even her family relationships, to do what she feels is right." Indeed, industry observers noted a cruel double standard often imposed on women in Korean entertainment. While some male stars rebounded from scandals within months, female stars rarely enjoyed such forgiveness. Yet, judging by the firmness with which Ga-young reportedly delivered her choice to keep the baby and move forward, she was prepared for the fight ahead. The story quickly spiraled into a national debate about love, responsibility, and the suffocating expectations placed on celebrities. Older fans expressed sympathy, Noting that arranged or rushed marriages were hardly new in Korea, younger generations questioned why pregnancy was treated as a scandal at all. Cultural commentators began appearing on talk shows, discussing whether this shocking turn could signal a change in the deeply conservative attitudes of the entertainment industry. And all the while, cameras continued to stalk both stars relentlessly. More photos emerged. Eun-Woo seen entering her apartment late at night, his usually calm face drawn and weary. Ga-young seen visiting a baby boutique, her mother at her side. A tense-looking meeting between their respective families at a private dining club. Older men in suits, women dabbing their eyes with tissues, everyone looking grim. If the couple had hoped to keep anything private, it was too late now. Every move was documented, every glance analyzed. Some claimed to spot a diamond ring on her finger during her last public appearance, fueling speculation that an engagement had already been formalized. Meanwhile, the rumored August wedding date began to solidify. Neither agency confirmed it officially. Despite the chaos, some rays of warmth broke through. Fans began trending supportive hashtags like #AlwaysWithEun-Woo Ga-young and #LoveWins. Messages of encouragement flooded their social media pages, urging them to stay strong and fight for love. Even a few fellow celebrities subtly voiced their support with cryptic but telling posts. By the end of the week, had started as a shocking revelation evolved into a cultural moment, messy, emotional, and utterly fascinating to watch. One could only wonder how the couple themselves were feeling amid the storm. And more importantly, what exactly were they planning behind closed doors as the fateful August wedding approached? Just days after the initial frenzy, both agencies finally broke their silence with official statements confirming the rumors. Moon Ga-young posted a handwritten letter to her fans on Instagram, her elegant script shaky but determined. "To my dear supporters, I am sorry that this news has reached you in such a sudden and unexpected way. Yes, I am expecting a child, and yes, Eun-Woo and I have decided to marry. This was not an easy decision, but it is ours. We hope you can find it in your hearts to support us during this time of great change and great joy. Please allow us some privacy as we prepare for this new chapter." Eun-Woo's statement mirrored hers in tone, apologetic yet hopeful. Fans dissected every word, looking for signs of coercion, of reluctance, of sincerity. Regardless of the tone, the message was clear: the wedding was happening. But behind the carefully curated messages and polite smiles, insiders revealed a far more turbulent reality. Tensions reportedly ran high between the families during the early negotiations. Eun-Woo's parents, deeply traditional and worried about their son's career, allegedly demanded a prenuptial agreement and a period of engagement before marriage. Ga-young's family stood firm. She would not wait months while facing public scrutiny alone. "It was tense," said a relative. "There were raised voices, tears. But in the end, they reached a compromise. They saw how much the two cared for each other." With the family drama simmering down, attention turned to the wedding itself. According to leaked documents, the date was set for August 17 at the luxury hotel in Seoul's Gyeongdam-dong district. The guest list was star-studded yet tightly controlled. Only 150 people invited, including top actors, singers, directors, and a select few press members. Security was hired to prevent any unauthorized photography, and guests were reportedly asked to sign NDAs to keep details from leaking. Rumors swirled about the details. Moon's wedding gown was being custom designed by a Parisian couture house, flown in just days before the ceremony. A famous wedding planner known for organizing chaebol nuptials was hired to oversee every detail. The color palette was said to be soft gold and cream, with thousands of fresh peonies and roses flown in from Japan. A grand piano was installed in the center of the ballroom, where a surprise guest, rumored to be Eun, would perform a special song for the couple. Meanwhile, the couple continued to live their lives under the constant watch of cameras. Fans caught glimpses of them visiting baby stores, practicing dance steps late at night in an empty studio, perhaps for a wedding dance, and once even sharing a quiet moment at the Han River, holding hands and looking out at the water. Though they never addressed the cameras directly, their gestures seemed to say, "We're in this together." Yet the road ahead remained rocky. Both stars faced backlash from certain quarters. brands dropped Eun-Woo from endorsement deals, citing a change in public image, though others publicly expressed support and even doubled down on their partnerships. Ga-young reportedly lost a major drama role she was negotiating for next year, but a streaming platform approached her with a new offer, eager to capitalize on the public's fascination with her story. Behind the scenes, both agencies scrambled to control the narrative, consulting PR crisis teams, fully selecting interviews, and planning their next career moves. Some critics speculated whether Eun-Woo would expedite his military enlistment to avoid the glare of publicity, a rumor his agency neither confirmed nor denied. Others wondered if Ga-young would retire temporarily to focus on motherhood. Amid all the speculation, the couple seemed to forge ahead with determination. At a fan event just weeks before the wedding, Eun-Woo appeared on stage, visibly thinner and more subdued. But when a fan shouted, "Fighting, Appa!" he broke into a smile and replied, "Thank you. I'll work hard to be someone you can still be proud of." Preparations for the wedding continued at breakneck speed. A rehearsal dinner was held in secrecy, attended only by immediate family and closest friends. Leaked descriptions painted a romantic picture: fairy lights strung across a lush garden, a soft jazz quartet playing in the background. Eun-Woo giving a heartfelt toast to Ga-young, saying, "I promise to protect you and our child for the rest of my life." The big day finally arrived. At dawn, delivery trucks carrying flowers and decor flooded the venue. Paparazzi camped outside in hopes of catching a glimpse. Guests arrived discreetly, some shielding their faces, others waving politely. It did indeed perform, moving the bride to tears with a ballad that reportedly had everyone in the room reaching for tissues. When Ga-young walked down the aisle, her dress shimmering in the candlelight, Eun-Woo's expression said everything. Crowd fell silent as he whispered something to her only she could hear, and she laughed through her tears. As they exchanged vows, the tension of the past few weeks seemed to melt away, replaced by something stronger. By the time the night ended and the couple slipped out to their honeymoon suite, fans around the world flooded social media with messages of love and support. In the end, one fan tweeted, "They chose love over fear." And isn't that what we all want? The question now is, what comes next? They settle quietly into married life, or will the pressures of fame and family wear them down? Will Ga-young return to the screen as a working mother, blazing a trail for others? Will Eun-Woo continue to dominate the industry, or will he retreat to focus on family? For now, all anyone knows is that against all odds, and against the backdrop of one of the most shocking scandals in recent K-drama history, two young stars stood together, said "I do," and began a new chapter of their story. Love, after all, has a way of surviving even the harshest spot.